Hello there, precious person, and welcome to this webinar, Triple Your Results with One Comprehensive Method, the Kundalini Plus method. Now, the three components that I've chosen to talk about today are the metabolism, deep-seated stress, and your connection with your inner self. So once again, hello to each and every one of you, and welcome to this webinar on holistic wellness. That's holistic with a W. Why? Because we are multidimensional beings, and we have three dimensions that can be broadly divided into the mind, body, spirit, or soul plane. Now, when these three areas are in sync, then life is wonderful because opportunities are plenty, relationships are fulfilling and sweet, your mind is calm, you have more focus, you can focus better on your goals, that is, or whatever you want to focus on. You're in touch with your inner being, your higher self. You have a definite purpose in your life. You know where you're going. Your body has vitality, strength, immunity, and grace. And your body is much younger than your biological age. Let me ask you first, how are you? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? How are you acting in any kind of relationship? Even how do you act with yourself? Before we go any further, it is my fervent wish for you that you stay healthy, happy, and blessed, especially during this pandemic. If you or a family member or a friend or a loved one has been impacted by this pandemic negatively, I send you lots of love, healing, grace, strength, and prana, energy. That's what we call energy in India. Divine, beautiful, impactful prana. Now, I've chosen these three topics of metabolism, stress, and a deep connection with your soul because it basically covers the mind, body, spirit plane. And I've chosen to do this webinar only for 30 minutes because I want to demonstrate to you that you can start right where you are. Whether you're new to this holistic lifestyle or whether you're, an old hand at this and you've been doing it for years or decades, I want for you after this class to feel a shift on some level, because only then you will understand how powerful these practices are and that you don't really need hours to experience wellness, joy, results, grace, and fulfillment in your life. So my TM method or trademark method is called the Kundalini Plus method, and it addresses a person as a holistic being using the 4 protocols of Kundalini Yoga, Tibetan and Kundalini Yoga meditations, energy protocols, and cognitive brain training strategies. Now, all of these are backed by science, and all of them are esoteric practices except the cognitive strategies, which are basically about thinking, reasoning, analysis, plans to move forward, etc. So let's talk about your metabolism. The metabolism is a biochemical process combining nutrients with oxygen to release energy into our bodies, because that's what we need to function. Now, the three main purposes of metabolism are the conversion of food into energy to run cellular processes, the conversion of food or fuel, as we call it, to building blocks for protein, lipids, nucleic acids, and some carbohydrates, and the elimination of metabolic waste. So the next logical question is, what controls and regulates our metabolism? This is the answer. The endocrine system directly affects the metabolism, and the metabolism depends upon nutrition and the functioning of the endocrine system. It's the main system that coordinates the chemicals that our body produces and controls all the major functions of our body. Now, in Kundalini Yoga, we have detailed kriyas or a set of exercises for each gland in the endocrine system to detoxify them, to correctly regulate these hormones that the glands produce, to balance these glands. And this in turn affects your physiological, psychological, physical, mental, emotional, and even spiritual, the way your body functions. It affects you on all these different planes. So the mind, body, spirit plane is what you are. That's who you are. So let's have a taste about that. Let's taste how Kundalini Yoga can rewire your endocrine system. But before that, let's briefly discuss what is the endocrine system, what glands are in the endocrine system, and a little bit about the hormones they produce. We have the pituitary gland, we have the pineal gland, we have the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus, we have the thyroid and the parathyroid, we have the thymus, we have ovaries and testes depending upon your sex, and we have the pancreas right here. We also have the adrenal glands which sit above your kidneys. Now these produce different kinds of hormones and basically rule your entire life. The pituitary gland is the master gland. The hypothalamus happens to be in the primitive area of the brain and controls temperature. The pineal gland is for intuition. The thyroid and the parathyroid are for metabolism and major other functions. The thymus gives you strength and energy. The pancreas basically for detoxification. The adrenal glands are for adrenaline and the stress hormone cortisol. And of course, the testes and the ovaries are for reproductive function. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel right now? 1 being I feel fantastic and 10 is I'm falling apart. Just close your eyes and pick a number without analyzing it too much. Pick a number because this is the number that you're going to come back to after the practice and see how much it's shifted. So close your eyes, just set an intention to benefit yourself and all sentient beings through the merit generated in this practice. And when I count you down from 3, 2, 1, pick a number now. How do you feel? And stick with that number. So coming up, we're going to do a short Kundalini yoga practice and a meditation practice and also a calming practice to kind of really calm you down. And let's see how you feel after 30 minutes, okay? So let's get into it right now. So now that we've spoken about the metabolism, let's talk about stress. Stress is a response to danger. It's very primitive and it's wired into our DNA, so to speak. However, unlike animals that can literally dust off stress after being chased by a predator because they literally shake it off, as Taylor Swift said, they shake vigorously to kind of dust off the hormones of stress, and then they just go about grazing or bonding with the herd. They don't really take it personally. They know it's a kind of a cycle of life, right? However, we human beings take things very personally. We carry our stress with us. We discuss it for days. We wallow in it. We revel in it. We lose sleep over it. It alters our brain chemistry, our metabolism, our mental state, not to mention the spiritual disconnect we feel when we're stressed, because we're not really feeling like full potential beings. We have a very different relationship to stress than animals. We habituate the stress response. And because of this, it gets stored in our cells because our cells have memory. And so people can get addicted to stress. Did you know that? A lot of people actually are addicted to stress and they revel in it. Now, enough talk about this very vast topic. I want you to experience how you can de-stress in just a couple of minutes a day. You know, it's one thing to understand stress on a cognitive level, but it's another thing to actually experience how to shake off, dust off stress like an animal would. And once you develop this pattern, you can do it anytime and anywhere. So let's start the stress alleviation simple primary practice. So I want you to really close your eyes and start to focus on your breath, as this is one of the easiest and most effective ways to get out of low-grade stress, and calm ourselves down. You know, we're always constantly in a state of low-grade stress. We're always functioning in the sympathetic nervous system, not the parasympathetic nervous system. Whenever you get anxious, worried, or stressed, just sit down, take a deep breath to a count of 6, hold it to a count of 3, and let it out of your mouth like you're blowing air through a straw, pursing your lips. So let's practice this for 7 cycles. Breathing in, hold for 3, And now breathe out as much as you can, emptying your lungs of air like you were breathing out through a straw. You can even dialogue with yourself as you breathe in calmness, joy, light, love. And when you breathe out everything that does not serve your highest purpose for your highest good. Breathe out stress, anxiety, anxiousness, worry, regret, um, resentment, negative thought patterns, beliefs, harboring a grudge against somebody. Let's do that just one more time. Let out all the air from your lungs on the last exhale. Keeping your eyes closed, I want you to notice how you feel. How do you feel in your body? Do you feel a sense of openness? Do you feel your mind being a little bit more clear? Do you feel your thoughts have actually slowed down? And hopefully, or maybe, you feel even a little joyful like me. A smile always helps even when you're doing these exercises, Turn that frown upside down and have a little smile. Lift the corners of your mouth. Slowly in your own time, open your eyes. And let's continue now with the rest of it. So now that you've dialogued with yourself as to where your stress is being stored in the body and what opened up for you after you began breathing, how much calmer do you actually feel? Now, understanding about stress and feeling de-stressed is two completely different things. And I want you to make a decision now to pay attention to how you feel in this moment. I want you to also think about how do I want to think in this moment. For example, I want to feel calm, connected, open, happy, joyful, fill in the blank. I want to think with intention, with clarity, with focus. Again, fill in the blank. When you instruct your mind every day, it will obey you, but it requires daily attention and practice, just like you would train a pet. just like you would train yourself to play an instrument, just like you would train yourself in the gym. Daily practice is key because practice makes progress. Now, this process that we just did with the seven, cycles of breath, breathing in for 6, holding for 3, and breathing out like you're breathing out through a straw, is also one of the foundation practices for meditation because it establishes a deep connection with your inner being. Meditation is a scientific as well as a spiritual practice. It has nothing to do with religion. When you slow down and when you pay attention to your breath, you automatically get out of the sympathetic nervous system, which is designed for flight, to fight, to flee, or to even faint, to avoid stress, to get away from stress. It's a stress response. And the parasympathetic system is to rest, to digest, to be calm, to be in meditation, to be in that comfort zone where you're so sure about your full potential as a divine being. So now that we've discussed how you can easily alleviate stress, I want you to now practice this in your life. And now let's move on to something else. So now that we're de-stressed, at least to a certain extent, we're moving on with the cleansing and the rebalancing of the endocrine system, which is going to impact your metabolism so positively and so greatly. We're going to do a few Kundalini yoga kriyas that you can practice on a chair, just like me. And that's why I'm showing you this, because you can do Kundalini kriyas anywhere. You can practice on a chair, on the floor, even without a yoga mat. And that's the beauty of this practice. You can even practice certain kriyas standing in a queue, on a bus, anywhere. So now I just want you to set an intention again. Just calm yourself down. And I want you to bring your palms to your heart and just bow to the Guru within you, the higher being within you. And we're just going to chant, I am light, I am true, I am divine. I am light, I am true, I am divine. I am light, I am true, I am divine. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, strengthening your intention at your pineal gland. Slowly open your eyes. Bring your hands into a 90-degree angle like a cactus. And we're just going to work on releasing cortisol from the kidneys, from the adrenal glands, which are above the kidneys. So we're just going to twist gently. Twist to the left, twist to the right. Breathe in when you twist to the left. Breathe out when you twist to the right. Let's try and do this for about a minute. Now, as you can see, I'm sitting on a chair, but it's still effective. So if you've got knee issues, if you've got back issues, if you can't sit in a half lotus or full lotus posture on the ground, there are no excuses. You can modify, and that's specifically why I'm showing you these exercises seated in a chair. So keep going. Try and make your breath a little bit forceful. So you're going to breathe in. Breathe in forcefully, breathe out forcefully. Slowly come back to center. Lay your hands down wherever it's comfortable. And we're just going to move our neck side to side, releasing our neck, working on the thyroid and the parathyroid right here. Opening out our neck. Press your shoulders into the floor. Just move side to side. Again, we want to use our breath to detoxify and energize us. So we use forceful breath in Kundalini yoga called breath of fire, which is an equal inhale and an equal exhale, but it's done very forcefully. So keep going. Don't jerk your neck. It's a gentle but firm motion. Breathing in to the left, breathing out to the right. Keep going. Come back to center. And now we're just going to touch one side to the other just to release the neck a little bit. The next one that we're going to do is easing tension in the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. And this is with the help of shoulder shrugs. Breathe in, lift your left shoulder. Breathe out, lift your right shoulder. Breathe in, out, in, out. Keep going. And if you can't do it as fast as me, do it slowly. Try and keep your focus at your pineal gland, your third eye, increasing the power of your intuition, holding your focus there, losing all distraction. And why don't we add a mantra to this? A mantra of your choice. I am light. I am love. I am detoxifying. I am full potential. Whatever you please. We're going to reverse it now. We're going to breathe in with the right shoulder, breathe out with the left. Focus at your third eye. Chant your mantra of choice. Your hands are resting comfortably above your knees on your thighs. And you're lifting your shoulders, detoxifying stress, tension, and re-energizing the hypothalamus and the pituitary glands. Keep going. And now we're going to do both shoulders together. If you need to do this slower, we can do it slower. A smile never hurt anybody, so even if you have your eyes closed, gently smile. Validate your body. Thank your body. Now we're going to energize the thymus gland. So you're just going to, like Tarzan, deep breathing and just gently pat your thymus gland right in the center of your chest. Keep chanting, I am strong, I am light, I am true, I am divine. Keep your inner gaze at your third eye, the Agnya Chakra, the center for knowing and intuition. Keep going. Relax. If you want, you can even pat all over. Further energizing the lymphatic system, the lymphatic zone. The upper watershed lymphatic zone is right here. The lower watershed is right where your groin meets your thighs, right in the inside region of your legs. So you can even start activating your lymphatic region. And if you feel any pain, you'll know that you have a bit of a lymphatic drainage issue, which you should get seen to by a doctor, by a therapist, by a naturopath, whatever floats your boat. Okay? Okay, we want to basically impact now the reproductive system and the energy to flow in a cross pattern or figure eights in the body. So we just want to lift the hand and touch the opposite knee. So your left hand to your right knee, your right hand to your left knee. Just both are bent. Now by lifting the legs, we're activating the groin where the scrotum is and where the female sexual organs are, the ovaries. So we have the ovaries, we have the testes, we have the fallopian tubes. By lifting the legs and by tapping opposite, you're activating the energy to start flowing into those centers. This is one of those easy poses that anybody can do. The others require a little bit more flexibility and a yoga mat and also a little bit of space. So today we're just going to do this easy one. You can already feel heat building up at the groin, activating the sexual organs for vitality, for strength, and for correct functioning. Just give me 3 more. Come to stillness and take your attention towards your pelvis. Focus your energy there. Focus your breath there. Feel that build-up of heat. Slowly open your eyes, and if you're thirsty, you can drink some water. So how are you feeling after that invigorating Kundalini Kriya yoga session? Now we come to the final part of this mind, body, spirit connect, which is establishing a soul connection with you. So for this, we're going to do a loving kindness meditation, which is a Tibetan Buddhist meditation. We will be actively involving the heart center and the pineal gland, the Anahata chakra and the Agnya chakra. So let's just start this by calming down again. You might be breathing heavy after the Kundalini Yoga Kriya, so I suggest that you get some water and settle down. Now I'm purposefully doing this seated, just in a chair, because I want you to understand that you can meditate anywhere you are. Just make sure your back is straight and not slouched. Your arms are slightly away from the body, or you could even place them on the chair for now because we're going to be holding our energy centers in a bit. Roll your shoulders back and down, slightly tilt your chin, slightly in. Just focus on your breath, go within. And now I'm going to ask you to bring one hand to the heart center, the Anahata chakra, and the fingers of the other hand to your pineal gland, which is about 1/2 inch above your eyebrows in the center, or the Agnya chakra. Now, as soon as you touch your heart, it opens up with love and compassion, because the heart, the magnetic field of the heart, is 100 times more than the mind. That's why hugging feels so good. Because when people are hugging, they are touching their heart centers together. And when you magnetize each other by the touch, it automatically opens up the heart center. Now the heart center has 2 faces, a forward face and a backward face. So there's a flower that faces forward, which is the front heart center, and at the back of your body, there's a flower that faces away from your body towards the back of the body, the outside, and that's the back heart. Now we're going to pick an elevated emotion like love, joy, compassion, or appreciation. And we're going to work with this elevated emotion, touching the heart, touching the pineal gland. I'm going to ask you to breathe in through the heart, take it to the back of the body through the back heart, bring it all the way around into the pineal gland, and then breathe it out through the nose. So let me demonstrate to you. I'm going to breathe in through the front heart chakra, breathing out through the back heart chakra. Now I'm going to draw in breath through the pineal gland here, and I'm going to breathe it out through my nose. Okay, let's start that for 7 cycles. Breathe in through the heart, the front heart chakra. Breathe out through the back heart chakra. Breathe in through the pineal gland. Breathe out through the nostrils. Breathe in. Breathe out through the back heart chakra. Breathe in through the pineal gland. Breathe out through the nose. I'll give you the instruction one more time, and then we can do this in silence. Breathe in through the front heart chakra. Breathe out through the back heart chakra. Breathe in through the pineal gland. Breathe out through the nostrils. Starting the fifth cycle. Sixth cycle. Seventh cycle. Bring both your hands on your heart chakra and just bow to yourself. Again, see how you feel. On a scale of 1 to 10, remember the initial number you were. Then remember the number that you were after you finished the Kundalini Yoga Kriyas. Remember the number you were after you finished the initial breathing meditation to calm down stress and anxiety and fear and worry. And now check your number at the end of the practice. Just be aware without any judgment. We are all on the path of progress because perfection is just an illusion. Rub your palms together vigorously. Bring them into your heart center. Press your palms towards each other. Press them into your heart center. Take a deep breath in and let it out through your mouth. Bring your thumbs to your third eye for Shanti. Bring your thumbs to your lips for Shakti. Bring your thumbs to your heart for Shambho. Shanti, Shakti, Shambho. Peace, strength and passion. Stay blessed by the divine. Satnam, which means I am truth. Slowly open your eyes. Thank you so much for this practice. I just want to tell you that I'm on a mission to empower one person at a time. Through my system, the Kundalini Plus method, I have helped more than thousands of people all over the world, both in my yoga classes, which are group workshops, as well as private therapy. I've just launched Shakti, Unleash the Goddess Within, a 3-month course for women, taking you from where you are to where you desire to be. 3 months of intense training, at the end of which you will be empowered, you will be strong, you will be feisty, you will be spiritual, you will be sensual and successful. I also have private therapy sessions on Zoom or any platform of your choosing to curate and to customize a plan for you, because each of us is as individualistic as our fingerprint. Nothing works equally for all, and therefore I customize the Kundalini Plus system for people who want to really dive in deep with specific issues, with specific goals, with specific intentions in mind, and I can do that too. We're in a virtual world, so it's not that you have to be with me to do practice, because energy permeates the universe. Energy permeates all dimensions and all barriers and all substances. And I've been doing this for years, so I know that it works. You also have a 20-minute free phone call with me to see how we can move forward. I have a free meditation challenge on my website, and I have so much free material on my YouTube channel. Don't let circumstances dictate what you can or what you can't do. Human beings thrive under pressure. Revolutions came about only when human beings were uncomfortable. Change requires upheaval, and the only constant in life is change. I can't force you to take your life to the next level, but I wish that you would, because you deserve to lead a life of full potential, a life of joy and fulfillment. And I've done it myself in my own life, taking myself from a very shallow existence to something that has so much more meaning. And I want to share that with people, which is why my tagline is to stay true to being you. Because you are so special, and once you know the truth of who you are, you will never want to be somebody else. And I can help you and be a conduit for you in this practice of taking you to a place where you love your life, where you revel in your relationships, where you are so successful in your career, where you own your sensual being, where you are spiritually connected, where you are physically in your element, you enjoy your body, you have a strong, vivacious, vital, and amazing body with a high immunity. Thank you so much for staying with me on this webinar. I'm Avril Q, your sister in alignment and healing. From my heart to yours, Atma Namaste, and stay true to being you. Satnam.